Hey guys, this is Luis Moreno with Think Medicare, Think ACA. I've got Joe here from AgencyComp, and we are going to bring to you guys, by the way, welcome, Joe. Hey, thank you for being on today's recording.
Great to be here.
Man, I have a solution for you guys. I have been working with agents for years, and the one problem that we have is tracking commissions, especially when it comes to ACA and Medicare. And agents, you guys know this. We're getting paid every single month from the carriers. The problem is that the reports that we're getting are not very good. And here's the real problem. Okay, the real problem is 1 month we may make $1,000. The next month we may make $900. The problem is those $100 that we lost from 1 month to the next month, we don't know unless we dive down into that report. We don't know who we didn't get paid on. So something happened with those people. Either they canceled, they possibly got stolen, or they got rewritten to something else. We have no idea. But the bottom line is we're $100 short, and I got to figure out who they were. And none of these companies make it easy for us to figure who that is until AgencyComp. Now that we've got AgencyComp here, I'm going to let Joe discuss his software and what he has put together. And the reason I'm promoting it is not only was he going to show us what that missing money is and who those clients are, but the one thing I like about it is that this is the only solution that I'm aware of where it just does this and it's not a CRM. You don't have to go buy this big package and then add this little feature to it. All we're doing here is getting this feature, which is tracking commissions. So Joe, well, before Joe goes into this, guys, please make sure you comment, like, subscribe to the channel. And at this point, Joe, I'm going to let you take over, share your screen, man, and wow us with AgencyComp.
Well, thanks, Luis. What a great intro. Hey, man, I hear it every week. I know I'm getting shafted by the carrier. Well, that's not always happening. Luis, you bring up some good points. Sometimes people don't pay. Sometimes they're stolen. There's all kinds of reasons. Sometimes business doesn't get coded properly. I mean, that happens. There's millions of these transactions. So what we did 10 years ago, we came up with a solution for insurance agents to be able to track commission for any type of insurance product. We actually have a special commission module just for Medicare Advantage and then one for ACA commissions that we'll dive into. So I don't want to take up a whole bunch of time talking about the app. I want to show you the app. So let's just get right into it. I'm going to go ahead and turn off my video. I'm sure you guys don't mind not looking at me for the next 15 minutes. So let me pull up our screen share. Let's see here. Here we go. I'll share this. Okay. Hopefully everybody can see.
We got it.
Our login screen. You good with that, Luis?
I got it. I see it right now.
Okay. So we're going to go ahead and log in. And where we're going to land is on our dashboard. Again, not going to spend a whole lot of time here, but basically we can track commissions for individual products, group products, worksite, ACA policies, and Medicare Advantage plans. This gives you a nice snapshot so you can kind of see where all your premium and commission is coming from. We're going to start off on the comp plans page. So a comp plan basically describes how you're getting paid on the policy. And when you create a comp plan, we can do any policy that pays commission based on a percentage of premium. So it's going to be your med supp policies, going to be any type of life insurance, disability, long-term care. Then we have a special module, as I said, just for Medicare Advantage and prescription drug plans. Then this one is for fee policies. We even have one for target premium for universal life that can calculate and show you what you're expected to get to the penny. And then graded commissions are all small group and ancillary products. So once you select that type and you give it a name, you build the schedule. So for example, in 2024, I think it's $611, whoops, and you get that one time. And then you add the renewals. And then once you build this plan, you're going to link it to all the carriers that pay that way. And with Medicare Advantage, it's real simple. They all pay the same way. So once you have your commission modules, then it's time to go and import your policies. We use what we call policy import templates. These are Excel files that are going to allow you to import your book of business very easily. So for example, on a Medicare Advantage, the spreadsheet that we're going to use is going to have basic information. It's going to have first name, last name. It's going to have the effective date. It's going to have the carrier. And guys, this is stuff that you can actually go and pull off of a commission statement. Or if you're using an expensive or an inexpensive CRM, whatever you're using, you can pull this data. So first name, last name, your name, the policy number, the effective date, and then that comp plan that we just created is going to go right there. This is going to be the name of the product, and type and subtype are things like Medicare would be a type, subtype would be Advantage, PDP, MedSup. So that's how we actually import your policy data in. And once the information has actually been imported, then you have all your policies. We can jump into specifics of a policy. Here's one that's a Medicare Advantage. This is where the information is going to be imported. So now that we know how you get paid on that policy, guys, we can tell you at any month for any year exactly how much commission you have to, you're expecting, or whether you got paid. So I'm going to jump in to the commissions. Here's where we import your commission statements. First, you build a map. So the very first time you import a commission statement, you have to tell us, here's your commission statement. You have to tell us where the policy number is, where's the pay date, where are the commissions. So once the map gets created, you only do that one time. And we can actually automatically update information from your commission statement into the application. So now that we got the map created,
let me make a quick comment on here. I was about to ask you, every carrier has their own, well, I'm going to retract a little bit. So agents, if you don't know, when you log into any of your carriers that you work with, you're going to be able to download a commission statement. Everybody's going to give you two options, a PDF and an Excel. Okay, so you're going to be able to get this Excel. Don't think that you're going to take the data and enter it, because that will take you forever. Even if you have a large book, you'll never finish. So you're just going to download the Excel. And then what Joe was showing here is a map. So you have to tell it. Can you go back to the map, Joe?
Yep.
And so you're going to pull your statement and you're just going to tell it, all right, on column 1, what's in column 1? Maybe the policy number. The column 2, maybe the pay to date. And if it's ACA, that may be in column whatever. And you just want, you're going to label, hey, column, 5 is commission. Once it already knows that map for that carrier, then that's it. You only have to do this one time, right, Joe?
Exactly. Yep.
Good.
And guys, when you use my app, I'm the biggest believer. There's no, if you buy software, right, it doesn't do you any good if A, you don't set it up right, and B, you don't know how to use it. So my goal is when you get this to get you up and running as soon as possible. Then you can start enjoying it and running your reports. But the map is only created one time, and then each month thereafter, you're dragging and dropping your Excel file commission statement, telling us the name of the carrier and giving us the name of the map that goes with it, and it's done. Yep, great point.
So don't freak out, guys. Don't think that you're going to have to create this commission statement. Every carrier is going to give it to you. Yep,
they're all available in Excel. Most of what we've seen, they're all available. So
there's only one. Man, there's always got to be one crappy company, and it's an ACA company.
That's right.
I'm going to leave them unnamed because I have to manually take that statement and plug in the commission statement manually, and it sucks. And we have the ability to do that. You can actually click on the policy, and I'll show you that real quick. So once the commission statement is imported, this is what it's going to look like. A matched policy means that
from the commission statement, it was able to find the policy number and match this commission to the policy. If it's pending, it means it couldn't find it. And if it can't find it, either you haven't entered the policy or you entered it with the wrong policy number, and you just have to manually match it. Once it's matched one time, then it'll match every time moving forward. So
Could that
this is
pending
what it
be
looks like.
a new piece of business that you just wrote?
Yep. Yeah, it could be that you've never entered the policy,
Okay.
right? You sold a case in June, the commission statement shows up in July, and you go, okay, well, I must not have entered this policy. So if that's the case, you can go look for it here. So there he is. So maybe you sold it, but you didn't know the policy number. So what'll happen is if you manually match this, which we're going to do, it now is matched, and it will always match moving forward. So that's how easy it is.
And
if the
before
policy
you,
is
before
not
you
there,
continue, right, you're always going to
Yep.
want to have all match. You don't want to leave any pending.
yes, yeah, you don't want to leave any pending. Let's say that you can't find that match. Well, then we jump in and we add a new policy. And there's the information at the top that tells us what we need to add the policy.
And you only have to do this one time, guys. Okay.
That's right.
That's it.
Yep. So our reports, we start with a pending report. And the way this works, guys, once you add a policy, the status of it is pending. You want to leave it pending until you find a commission that'll match to it. So this is what you've got in the hopper. And you can sort this by agent, or you can sort it by carrier. So this is the feel good, right? Nobody's calling you back. This is what you've got in underwriting. So it's going to show you how much premium, how much first year commission. And then if you're getting advanced commissions, it'll show you actually how much your advanced amount's going to be. So this is the one this is good, because this tells you what your inventory is. And it'll subtotal it, like I said, by carrier, or if you're a BGA, right, and you're tracking multiple agents, you can sort it by agent. The analytics report gives you a lot of detailed information about your book. So it allows you to calculate by annualized premium, projected commissions, or actual commissions that have been imported. So we have a primary field. Any of these fields you can calculate that information on. So you can do it by carrier, product. Again, we talked about type and subtype. Type would be life insurance. Subtype would be 10-year term, 20-year term, whole life. So it gives you totals by any of these primary fields. And once you select a primary, then it's either going to pull all those fields, or you can pick one in particular. And then you can look at policies that are active and in force. You can look at policies that have terminated, or even you can run reports and say how much of my business went not taken. Then once that's selected, you can calculate either annualized premium, projected commissions, or actual commissions that you've imported. And then all our reports are available for up to 10 years. So when you click on that report, it'll give you a summary of all the information that you requested and subtotal it by that primary field. So these are our analytic reports. And who out there doesn't want to sell their book of business when they're ready to retire? What better report? If I want to sell Luis my book of business, he's going to want to know, well, tell me what you have. And this does all of that. So it's a great report because it's collecting this information every month that you import commissions and every month that you add new policies. Revenue projection. How many of you know how much money you're going to make next month? If you're getting level commissions, that's a little bit easier to calculate. But if you're writing policies, some annualized, some don't, some first year commissions higher, some renewals only go for 8 years, some of them go forever. What we do is when you create that comp plan and you attach it to the policy, we can tell you exactly what your commission should look like for the next 10 years. So we do it by year and we do it by month.
I started, if I'm starting in 2024 and I look at what I'm going to make down the road, wow.
Yeah, it's very powerful. This really helps you see the power of renewals. And so it's a great report. And when you're using this report, you can either look at all your commission schedules, or you can say, just show me my Medicare Advantage, or just show me my fee, so that you can see what the value of that is. So here's one for ACA only. So this is just fee business.
Yeah.
So it's a nice tool.
Super cool.
Projected versus actual. So this is the very first report that you would look at to say, hey, what was my commission that I was expecting? And then what did I actually get paid? So we can jump down here. This one is for a Medicare Advantage. And so it's a little busy because there's a lot of policies. So you can run this for multiple months too. So this is saying that I was expecting $25.50 and I didn't receive anything. There is no commission. So that's why I have a balance. All of these with zero means I was properly paid. So what we can do to narrow down on just the negative policies, we can change this report to say, I don't want to see all policies. Just show me the policies that the commissions were greater or less than what I was expecting. And there they are. So this is what narrows down. These are your problems. You didn't get any commissions on these. We can do the same thing on what's called a missing commission report. So we take 2 months worth of commissions, and any place there's a red X means you didn't get paid. And if we want to narrow that down, we can narrow it down to just missing commissions only. So what's happening, guys, we're importing commission statements. The application knows that this policy is expecting a commission each month. And no commission has a paid date that was imported for this that showed up in either of these months. So these are the problem policies. Anytime you see 2 in a row, that probably means it's either lapsed or being taken over or some other reason. And these can all these reports can export, guys, to an Excel file. So you can narrow down on just the problems.
All right, Joe, this right here, I mean, the analytics is great. You want to sell your agency, so you want to have some reports that are going to show projected income and actual income. I love all that. But this right here, guys, is the reason that you want to get this. I mean, there's other reasons are great, but this one right here, you're missing commissions. I know I have a big book of ACA, and I think because I have a big book and I'm a little lazy and I'm tired, and I've been doing this.
You're an agent.
I'm like, who cares? But if I actually knew how many of these X's I got, which I don't, I think that would light a fire on my butt. I'd be like, all right, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if I'm missing 10K a month of people that I wrote, they never paid. Yeah. I mean, and now that gives me a little motivation to say, you know what? I'm going to hire a VA. I'm going to maybe hire somebody, and I'm going to give them this Excel report. I'm like, look, you call L. Allen, okay, and find out what happened. Yeah. We wrote him in January of this year, and it just never went into effect. What happened? Can we get him back? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? Hey, you do the same thing with Anderson. Now you can give that to your support staff. And if you don't have support staff, well, then you're doing the calling and you're trying to figure out what happened, Alan. Why'd you leave me? Or, you wanted it. What happened? Now, if he says, no, I've been paying on it, I will tell you, carriers miscode stuff.
Yeah.
Okay? I've had that happen. Okay. And it's a crazy story. It was about $26,000 from Blue Cross. It was just crazy. Wow. There's 2 of us, Joe. I'm Luis R. and there's a Luis G. Moreno. And somehow they got it confused and they paid that guy all my commissions. Well, after I figured it out, and it was just pure accident. I had a client call me and I'm like, I don't have you anymore. I'm not even getting commissions on you. She goes, nope, I've been paying. So I started researching. Well, after about a month of research, me and Blue Cross, it turns out that they paid about $26,000 a commission to that guy. And now I didn't get it.
That's a lot of commission, man.
That's a lot of commission.
You know what? When you have hundreds of policies, that can happen. It does. I hear it almost every week. I had a customer who told me 2 weeks ago, what is it, Gerber? She writes a lot of final expense, and 14 checks they sent to the wrong address. She never knew it. She never knew until somebody called her and said, "What is your address?" So, it happens. I don't think it's intentional. It's just mistakes because there's millions of transactions. Just to give you an idea, it's a great point. On this projected versus actual, here's another thing that happens. This has the commission rate of what you're expecting. This has the rate that was on the statement on what you were paid. This happens a lot. So what'll happen is you're thinking you're getting one thing and they're actually paying you something else. And either you're wrong or they're wrong. And that's how you discover some of these commissions. And guys, some of it's eye-opening to you. You signed up with an FMO or a BGA, or you went direct and you thought you were getting this and you're not. So that's the way to get it clarified. This is how you find the mistakes and you say, okay, either I'm wrong or the insurance company's wrong. So quick report. This is advanced commissions. If you ever get money up front, there's always the fear that the policy is going to lapse before you've actually earned what they've advanced you. And this happens. Some carriers give you a choice, some of them don't. So what this report does, anytime you get an advanced commission, it's going to show you the total first year commission. It'll show you the advance rate, how much you were advanced, and then how much that policy is actually earned year to date. So this is what you would call your debit balance. And again, you can do this by by carrier, or you can do it by agent. So this is your outstanding nut if all these policies canceled at once, right? Which not going to happen, but this at least makes you aware, especially if you write a nice big case. If you write a life case and you get advanced 9 months worth of commission, or maybe it's 100%, it at least makes you be aware of what your exposure is. The last report I'm going to show you guys is a goals report. Most successful people set goals. I read that. I've read it many, many times. So what the app will let you do is you can select a primary field. So if you want to do it by carrier, you want to do it by product, let's say you want to do it by Medicare commissions, whatever it is, then you can do a start and end date, and then you can select each of the types and you can put in your goal, and you can do it by premium or you can do it by commission. And once you set that goal, anytime you write new business, we'll show you the results versus your goal. It'll show you what you've achieved, what percentage, and then what you've got left. So this kind of helps you keep on track, especially if you say, this year I want to maintain 90% of my health business and I want to pick up another, 40 lives, or I want to write another 40,000 of premium. This is a good way to do it and track it.
Man, and I will tell
So
you,
those are our reports. Yeah. That's kind of a nice summary of how the app works.
Man, well, I will tell you, this is a problem solver, guys. It's not a, hey, it'd be nice to have kind of tool. Guys, you got to have this. Okay. Joe, let's share. And now the next thing is agents are sitting there like, all right, how much is this going to cost me?
Yeah. What's he going to ding us? You're going to love this, guys. Yes. So we're going to jump in here to, we're going to jump into the website, which is just AgencyComp.com. And guys, we built this so anybody that wants to track their commissions can do so. Okay. And, there's not a 1 in front of all these, right? That's $14.95. You can add up to 100 clients. It doesn't matter if each client has 3 policies. Our pro is up to 500 clients, and then unlimited is $40 a month. And so this is it. Subscriptions are month to month, and we don't have a CRM that you have to purchase. So you don't have to switch over if you love your CRM. Matter of fact, within the next 30 days, you will be able to integrate your CRM with our application through Zapier. So if you're not familiar with Zapier, it's a third-party vendor that connects software. And so we are already done setting up. We're doing some paperwork. But if you're using, it doesn't matter what CRM you're using. If there's a module to add a policy, you will be able to connect directly to our app. So when you add that new customer and the new policy, it'll push it over into our app. So this is our deal. The one thing I would tell you, and I'm sure Luis would tell you, first of all, our free account, there's no credit card. It's a 2-week trial, and you can kind of kick the tires and let me walk you through it and see if it's a fit. If you sign up for a plan, what you want to do down here, we've got a little piece at the bottom that says, tell us what your your BGA and your IMO. We need to know that you heard about us through Luis. Luis, I'll let you expand on that.
Yeah, if you would, guys, and I need a favor from you. So when you get this, make sure that you put my name on there. Okay, just put Luis Moreno. Very simple. Or can we do initials? Maybe just LM. You have another.
Yeah, that's fine. That's good. We just want to know where it's coming from, and you
just
do.
Just put LM. That's it. Very, very easy. Type that in there. That way he knows where it's coming from, and it's going to solve a problem. And if you don't, maybe you're like, I don't have this problem. Trust me, you do. There's policies that you're not getting paid on, and it happens to all of us agents out there. You know, if you're like, no, I'm not, then trust you must not have a large book, because man, I tell you what, we've got over 5,000 ACA customers, and I like my checks. So I'm like, oh, okay, I just deposit the check and roll with it. But man, if I knew, Joe, how many were missing, oh my God. I mean, I kind of know, but I don't want to know because it'll frustrate the hell out of me. But then I could take that. I've got 9 people sitting in my office. I'm like, you know what? One of y'all is going to call every single one of these people and try to get them back. Man.
Yeah.
And for that,
you don't know who to call if you don't know what you're missing. And the other thing is, it's great for, you know, whether you're, you know, if you're new in the business also, it shows you the potential that you have with your income. It shows you where you're spending your time. So if you're chasing, you know, if you're writing life insurance, health insurance, and Medicare, and, you know, 80% of your business is coming from ACA, but that's where you're spending, you know, 15% of your time, you need to spend more time if that's where all your money's coming from. And that's what this shows you. You spend the time where you're making the most money and you're helping the most people. But that's what this does. The analytics help you see, where's all my commission coming from? And where am I writing my premium? What lines of coverage am I actually making money at? Am I spending too much time chasing life insurance when I don't make much money doing it? Maybe I ought to spend that doing something else. So that helps.
It's a great option, guys. You must get it. Here's what I want you to do. So down below, I'm going to post the link. Okay, I'll get the link. You're going to land here on AgencyComp site, put your information and choose your plan based on the amount of clients you've got. Now, Joe, if they start with the 100 clients, but then they grow past 100, does it automatically, can they just go buy the second one for 500?
Yeah, what it'll do, it'll just bump them up. It'll say, you know, you've reached your limit. Click here, sign up for the next level. They'll approve it, and then you keep going. And that's what I recommend. You know, I never recommend somebody go, well, I'm going to have 500 clients. Well, that's fine. If you have 75 now, let's do the smaller plan. Don't waste your money. And then when you grow with it, as you get more and more, then you'll be good. The other thing I'll say is, guys, we have a ton of Medicare customers. Our commission module is very, very simple. And so with AEP coming up fairly soon, now is the time to jump in and try to do something and get set up. You don't want to be fooling with this when you could be spending time talking to prospects and existing clients. So I will want to throw that out there, Luis.
No, I agree with you. So guys, take advantage of it. It's 40, you know, at the highest level, you're spending $40. All you got to do is save 2 heads. If we're talking about ACA, 2 heads. If you recoup 2 out of your list of many that are missing, it's going to pay for itself. Same thing on the Medicare side. If there's 2 that you lost for some reason and you recover them, you find out who they are, you get them back. All you need is 2. 1 ACA, 1 Medicare, or 2 of each, and you're already recouping your money and you're winning. So
great point.
Highly recommend it, guys. Take advantage of it. Down below, click on the description, and there'll be a little more button. It'll open up some information. The very top, I'm going to have the link, and don't forget to put my initials in there. Joe, any final words?
No, I think it's great that, you know, you bring up Excellent point, guys. Your time is worth money. So if you're looking at statements and wondering if they're right, and you're trying to track this down, your time is worth money. So most of our customers will say that this pays for itself. So hope you guys give it a try. Call me. My contact's on the website. Love to work with you, and appreciate Luis. Appreciate you having me on, and look forward to talking to you guys.
Yep, and I'll also put Joe's contact information down below so you can hit him up, and guys, take advantage of it. It's just one of those tools you have to have in your tool belt. We got to have it. It's one of those things, you know, it's not, we don't live in a perfect world. And I always tell agents, you got to have the right tools. Otherwise, you're going to be working a lot harder and not smarter. So with that, Joe, thank you so much. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget, comment, like this video, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you, guys.